This week, we cover the new issue of SCP Foundation site news, some actions taken by the Wiki's moderation and technical teams, a discussion of the site's long-term future, and the release of the new Confinement comic. Since our last episode, a golden retriever learned how to play football and was recruited by the Green Bay Packers. What did you do this week?
What have we been up to for the last 2 weeks?
I don't know. Same shit, different day. Still in retail. Everybody sucks. Bing.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair. Yeah, I, besides working, mainly my Christmas was spent, playing Baldur's Gate for, 14 hours straight. So, I call that a nice holiday. I'm probably thinking about, trying to find a different job because...
No, you?
Mainly... Yeah. Yeah.
You're worse than I am this last year.
There's one job that's, hiring for, a business financial group to, work their collections.
That's probably a follow the script, follow the rules, and just do what the script says to do type job.
Yep.
Probably.
Read the words on the paper, recite the words on the paper.
So for my last 2 weeks, I wrapped up one Kickstarter. I started another Kickstarter. I closed on a real estate deal. I did my first home servicing job. But that's been my last 2 weeks. Been really busy, of course. That's what I do. I stay busy.
Yes. You don't know what it is to have a boring life.
No. Oh, no. Planned an art contest. We'll talk about that later, too.
Yes. We'll get back to that after these messages. And now, a date.
So, what's your name?
I am Karak, the blood-stained conqueror of all creation.
Oh, I'm Beth. So, Karak, what are some of your hobbies?
Karak. I enjoy extracting wails of torment and agony from the precious throats of the innocent.
Okay, but seriously, how do you spend your time?
I brood over the existence of the universe. Consider the disgusting blight of reality on what was once void, once nothing, once pure, mindless, formless chaos. I scheme to return all things to that glorious state of non-being. Make right that travesty in which the Creator gave form and substance and order to that which should never have been cursed with them.
Okay. That sounds kind of ambitious. What role would I play in that?
Your womb shall bear the child that undoes the heavens and the earth, that unmakes all things from creation's highest summit to its deepest abyss. The child that crawls forth from your womb shall know glory beyond comprehension, beyond even my own, for he will succeed where even I have failed. He shall return all things to the void from which they came.
Don't you think a first date is a little too soon to be talking about having kids?
Fool of a woman. I speak of blessing you with a role in the last and greatest act in the long and wretched history of the cosmos. Its undoing, its cessation. The final merciful end of all suffering. The only act of mercy which I shall ever perpetrate. You shall bear the last and greatest of my children.
You already have other children?
I have fathered countless spawn over countless eons. All have been mighty, and most have served me in my quest to unmake reality. But your child, my precious bride, shall be the greatest of them. The one who will rend existence asunder.
That feels like more commitment than I'm ready for right now. I mean, having kids someday isn't out of the question for me, but I have to make sure it's with the right person first, you know?
I am the greatest of gods, the lord of chaos and calamity. I am the Crimson Khan, the Ruby Emperor, the Blood-Red Baron. Were you to search high and low throughout all of creation, you could find no greater mate than I.
Uh-huh. Listen, this conversation isn't leading me to believe we're super compatible. We seem to have very different life goals, and you seem to be looking for a lot more than I'm willing to promise.
Foolish child. You believe this courtship is anything other than a formality. I am a god. I shall have with you as I please.
Excuse me?
I am the devourer of worlds, destroyer of innocence, lord of hate, and bane to all of creation. Hey, that was a brand new suit. Hey, where do you think you're going? Get back here. I shall not be defied.
Yep. That, hey, this is a new suit, and the subtle music in the background really killed it. Really great. I love
brand new suit.
That's so good.
It's the first episode of the month, so there's some site news to talk about.
Yes. We ready?
Yeah.
As occurs on the first of every month, the latest issue of Site News dropped on New Year's Day. The piece goes over several recent events related to the site, including the Korean branch's annual blood drive, a selection of the year's best articles as judged by Uncle Nicolini, who wrote the issue, and some statistics regarding the articles posted this month. The post also comes with 2 new writing prompts, one of which challenges writers to write an article related to ancient Greece, the other of which tasks them with finishing an old draft they haven't touched in a while. Articles inspired by these prompts will be featured in next month's issue of Site News.
The SCP Wiki staff have been undergoing a preliminary discussion on the O5 forums about what, if anything, to do or change about the Wiki and how it operates after the first 10,000 SCP slots fill up. Various ideas for policy changes have been floating around, including a moratorium on new SCPs after SCP-10,000, switching to a hexadecimal to keep the numbers from getting longer, starting a new wiki from another hosting service, a temporary freeze on new SCPs so that the wiki can take time to focus on tales, as well as various schemes for culling old, underviewed articles. However, the majority opinion, by a wide margin, seems to be that the wiki should continue to operate as it always has, treating the 10,000 to 10,999 series as simply the next block of 1,000 numbers, but the reasoning that the implementation of a new numbering scheme would just be confusing, and that any holds on new SCPs would be unfair to the current community of authors. A number of well-known authors and staff have endorsed this opinion, including Rounderhouse, Harry Blank, Yasi Posse, Uncle Nicolini, CDI Think, Or Tiefling, DJ Cactus, and Tufto. The only change in policy that seems to have gained any traction is the idea of opening up multiple series at once in the future, in order to ensure that K-Cons don't happen too frequently. While this discussion is preliminary and non-binding, it is difficult to imagine that a consensus as strong as the one that has emerged in favor of changing nothing will change in the handful of years between now and when this decision needs to be properly made.
because it mentioned not having to make things as happen less. The K-cons, thank you.
Yeah, having multiple K-cons at once so they don't happen so often.
Yeah, I remember we went from, it was 5 to 6 and then 6 to 7 seemed to have happened really fast.
Really quick.
And we're in 7 now for a bit. It's been a little bit, but it seemed like going into 6's con and then 7's con was not a lot of time. I remember thinking at the time, like, didn't we just do this?
I don't know who made these suggestions, but hexadecimal? What the fuck are you thinking?
I don't even want to know.
Are you fucking serious? Hexadecimal? You want fucking people to... They can't... They fucking... Have you seen the SPAG issues? And you want people to learn fucking hexadecimal when they're... You're fucking silly.
I don't even know what hexadecimal is. Even I know that's a bullshit idea.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A, B, C, D, E, F. 16. It's base 16. Hexadecimal. Uh-huh.
How would that even...
Yeah.
I don't even fucking know, man. Whoever brought that up was like, we could use hexadecimal, guys.
Fucking nerd.
Fucking nerd. Exactly.
To keep the numbers from getting longer. You know how long it's going to be for the next 10,000 articles to happen? Not getting any longer is silly.
Yeah. So including...
That's preposterous.
A moratorium on new skips after SCP-10,000. Okay. We already have a place for that to focus on Tales. We already have a place for that. It's called the Wanderer's Library.
Yeah. Those one does not have to be shut down for the other.
Starting a new wiki on another hosting service, because that was the suggestion, was to archive the SCP wiki once we get to 10,000 and just start over again.
Yep. No. Nope. No, the traffic that would and would not happen, it would be crazy.
Yeah, this is one where it's like, I appreciate the fact that somebody wanted to have the conversation, but I think somebody should have said shut the fuck up a lot sooner in the conversation than they did. It's not broke. Don't fix it.
That's why I was like, hey, we should talk about this. And you're like, well, the answer's kind of obvious. I'm like, I know, but people are just going. And then 3 days later, I was like, this is still going.
Rounderhouse could have wrote 2 fucking 001 proposals. Rounderhouse could have finished Bone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
SCP author NDHeckfire, author of 30 different SCPs, 2 Tales, and 1 GOI format, has been permanently banned from the site after an investigation concluded that he used at least 4 sock puppet accounts to upvote his own work. These 4 accounts were observed to have upvoted his pages within seconds or minutes of their being posted, and to be consistently inactive during periods when Heckfire was on hiatus. Notably, one of Heckfire's SCPs was claimed to be a collaboration between him and Bluest Bunny. Notably, one of Heckfire's SCPs was claimed to be a collaboration between him and Bluest Bunny, which is now believed to have been one of his sock puppet accounts. This ban, which comes less than a week after he released what we now know will be his final SCP, marks the unfortunate end of a promising and prolific author's career on the wiki, all in the name of giving each of his articles just 4 additional upvotes. 4 fucking upvotes. Don't be stupid, kiddos.
Cheat better, at least. Cheat within fucking seconds and minutes. Just wait a couple of days per fucking account, assholes.
Yeah, remember, kids, the problem isn't that you cheat. The problem is that you got caught cheating.
It's that you cheat badly and got caught too, idiots.
The site's technical team has put forward a proposal that would increase the wiki's functionality. The SCP Wiki's ability to use its own page preview components, which would make it so that hovering over a link to any given article would allow a short blurb from the article to appear next to the link. The use of this feature is currently impossible on the SCP Wiki, because one of the Wikinaut features it depends on is currently being used for the Wiki's license boxes. Bringing up this feature will require a significant amount of work changing the way that the various pages credit the sources of images and other media, but the technical team's proposal argues that the benefits of using this feature for that purpose are largely going unused anyway. The proposal is being met with approval by site staff and seems likely to be implemented.
I love that the technical team's perspective on it is the thing that you want us to do more work for is not being used. Stop it.
Get off me! God! Leave us alone!
Poor technical team. Hey, we want this feature. Nobody uses it. You're going to have to change all of the things on the wiki. Nobody uses it. Okay, we're going to do it.
That's ridiculous.
God bless
So-
you, technical team.
Right? All praise technical team. Amen.
Yeah. What's going on with new skips and tales these last 2 weeks?
There are 42 new SCP articles, 3 over 50. Wow, that's different. SCP-6634 at 131. That's a lot! SCP-7494 with 84. See, the holidays are over. SCP-7693 with 77. And honorable mention, SCP-9000J with 55. I'm gonna have to go.
9000J is an honorable mention because it wasn't written in the last 2 weeks. But
Oh!
it's great, and you don't even have to read it to laugh out loud. And I want to say 6634 has 131 upvotes. 6634 is a game. 6634 is
really?
a legit video game. Yeah, it's like a walkthrough video
Very
game.
cool. Let's see, 32 new tales. 1 over 50, a modest proposal for a revised anomaly classification system with 53. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to look at that one. That's for sure. I like that title.
It's a giant shitpost.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a
Oh, I
giant
can't.
shitpost.
I'm
it's beautiful.
I'm going there as soon as we're done. That's what I'm reading in bed tonight.
Also, I just looked up 9000J. Fucking hilarious.
It is, isn't it?
I don't tell me. I'm going when we're done.
You don't even have to read. You don't even have to read it. You just look at the page, and it's fucking awesome.
SCP 9000J. Let's see.
And there it is.
What? What the? I see
thanks
that.
for giving it away. I'm gonna cut that out, Mr. Fucking Spoilers.
Do you see? He does this for everything. You do this a lot.
I will
I
spoil.
gotta cut that out.
I don't give a shit.
man.
I will spoil fucking everything for you people.
Oh God, it's so good. What a good idea. Yeah, no, you have to cut that whole fucking
Yeah, the whole
reveal
thing.
out. Thanks, Nolan.
So while you guys are savoring 9000J, let's take a moment and savor a work created by one of the SCP Wiki's many talented authors. Just kidding. Abandon hope, all ye who enter. These are
Tales from the Deepwell.
Item number SCP. Object class Euclid. Status recontained. Special containment procedures. SCP does not require any specific or strict containment procedures. If SCP begins to show any signs of distress or erratic behavior, SCP is to be moved to a 5 meter by 5 meter room while awaiting medical examination. See Addendum A and B. SCP is to be maintained in a medically induced vegetative state to ensure compliance. It is to be kept alive with regular, certain that the incisions are not allowed to heal, keeping SCP stomach cavity exposed at all times. Class 4 Foundation Restricted Medical Kit is to be employed by all personnel interacting with SCP. All from SCP are to be incinerated. At no time should any personnel come into unprotected contact with any object or substance removed from SCP. Description: SCP appears to be an average human male in mid-40s. Subject has been measured at 190 centimeters in height and weighing in at 100 kilograms. Subject was born in 19 on. The subject has no known living relatives at this time. Subject checked into a small local hospital in mid-April at approximately 9:30 p.m. The subject explained to the doctor on staff that he had not eaten for weeks due to not feeling any effects of hunger. After an initial examination, SCP appeared to be perfectly healthy despite his condition. SCP continued to explain to staff that he didn't feel any need to eat. Upon obtaining and studying SCP, it appears that any solid or liquid coming into contact with the inside of SCP stomach disappears instantaneously. Despite this condition, SCP appears to be perfectly healthy. At this point, it is unknown how SCP obtains the nutrients that a human would need to survive, or where the provided food ends up after consumption. SCP does not expel any waste. SCP has reported becoming thirsty, as a normal human would. Due to this, a standard cooler with 12 bottles of fresh spring water are to be delivered to SCP's room at 6:30 a.m. every morning. SCP has shown no signs of hostility towards her staff, occasionally engaging in conversation and board games provided by the staff. See Addendum B. Addendum A. All testing to date has been inconclusive. It is unlikely that further testing will teach us anything new. Research terminated. Subject released, but to remain under observation and report for mandatory medical examinations on a monthly basis. SCP has been provided with the means of contacting Foundation personnel in the event of a change in condition. Research logs are to remain on file. Addendum B. On SCP reported to a Foundation medical facility. SCP was observed at this time to be vomiting copious amounts of blood in excess of liters. This blood did not match SCP's blood type, nor did it. A stomach pump procedure was attempted, but failed due to the volume of blood being produced. Within hours, blood flow ceased. Shortly after, Foundation medical personnel initiated an exploratory surgical procedure. Upon opening SCP stomach cavity, Dr. Yun noted several protrusions along the outer lining of the stomach and an approximation of a human face. When Dr. Yun attempted a biopsy, the protrusions suddenly retreated, implying that they were the imprints of a foreign body inside the stomach. Dr. Yun was instructed to continue the exploratory procedure and performed admirably. His reluctance was noted on record and will be submitted as evidence in hearings of supervisor court-martial procedure. When the stomach was opened, ileocystoid fatalities has been reclassified as Euclid and recontained with updated containment protocols. Medical supervisor negligence is under review. SCP has been reclassified as Euclid and recontained with updated containment protocols.
Let's take a break before we go off-site.
Dr. Gray, what are you doing here?
Intern, I thought no one came to this closet. So this is where I go to read my real crazy fan fiction. And what's that you're reading?
It's, well, you're not dangerous, so I guess I can tell you. This is Confinement. It's a comic series. It's about a guy named Connor who respawns when he dies.
Really? That just sounds like a whole lot of bung to me.
It's absolutely not. It's actually really good, but I've been keeping it a secret for now. I don't want Dr. Bucket to get any ideas on dangerous tests he can make me do. Connor can afford to die, but not me.
Wow, that sounds excitingly veil-breaking. Do you know where I can get one?
Thanks for asking, Monica. All you need to do is look up SCP Confinement Kickstarter, and the pre-order page should be the first result. And even if you can't get in on the pre-orders, the comic will be for sale on the unredacted Etsy store after the Kickstarter ends.
Awesome! I'm already so excited to get mine. Ooh, maybe I can show them to Grim.
And thanks to our sponsor, Dado's Shark Inbox, box not include. Dado LLC not hold any responsible if secret agent people hitting shark. Do shark deserve punch in face? It is how you say mystery. Also not actual Dado product. Dado push for copyright infringement of Dado brand.
Thanks, Dado.
Did I have a stroke? Fuck.
It sort of always feels like we have strokes whenever we eat anything Dado says.
I don't smell toast.
I smell burning. The font of abominations, known as The Rubber, recently released the season finale of its original series, The Rubber Diaries. No one wants this. The series follows the adventures of the channel's OC, simply named Rubber, as he joins the SCP Foundation as an intern. Each episode chronicles his interactions with one or more well-known SCPs, with a finale centering on a climactic battle between Rubber and the Scarlet King, who he does, in fact, beat in a straight fight. There is also some vor. Like a lot of it, actually. This version of the Scarlet King bores people. That's a sentence. Gobbles them right up. With a total runtime of approximately 2.5 hours.
Jesus.
This 15-episode series is one of the longest works of SCP-related audio-visual media ever produced. That hurts my brain.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't want it. No.
Yeah. Confinement Comics, published by Smooth Cadence Productions, recently launched an art contest for issue 3 alternate covers with $500 in cash prizes.
Ooh.
Submissions are open until February 9th, and voting is open until the kickoff of the issue 3 pre-sale event expected in early March. The comic recently kicked off issue number 2 pre-sales on Kickstarter, and despite initial hesitation and even some opposition from some members of the SCP community, the second issue of the comic garnered almost $900 in sales in the first 24 hours, 43% of the entire volume of first issue sales. Confinement Comics number 2 is where we begin to see the comic series artist and writer Koshi begin to deviate from the plot of the original YouTube series created by Lord Bung. Koshi plans to take the series and characters in a new direction, culminating in a conclusion to the series tentatively planned for 2025. The team has also recently made another big announcement. For every $1,000 in pre-sales, they'll add a new design to the Confinement Comics merch collection on Etsy. You can find link to the contest rules and the comics Kickstarter and merch store in the show notes.
What fucking opposition?
There was
people
some,
big mad?
Yeah, there were. Yeah, because we were
not mad, not as much mad as scared, I think, because we're
scared.
We're doing things a different way. There was a few individuals who were really, really bent out of shape that we were collecting our money by selling physical products and not setting up a Patreon. They were like, why don't you have a Patreon? Like, reasons here, plenty of explanation. And they were very, very bent out of shape that we weren't basically giving it away for free and just asking people to give us money, whatever they could, instead of saying, I'll give you this for this much money. They were really bent out of shape about that.
Here, this costs $19.99. Like, what if I want a physical copy of this fucking book? I will buy the physical copy of this book. I could download ebooks all day long. If I want a physical copy, look, here's this person selling it right here. Yep. Well, people are weird.
Yeah, those were some really strange conversations, but very vocal minority. We talk about, there was some hesitation, there was some resistance from some of the people, but the vast majority of people have been very friendly to the project and very supportive of the project. So I don't want to not mention those people who have been, very, very much friends in a space that they could have chosen to not be. So
sweet. Yes. Yeah. Good. And now, the sound of an abandoned nuclear reactor slowly filling up with live bees. The bees! And you get bees! And you get bees! Everybody gets bees.
Our guest this week recently finished her first full audiobook narration, now available on Audible. She is a singer with a master's degree, a trained historian, a published writer, a lifelong gamer, and the star of A Date with Karak. Let's welcome Amanda McKnight to the show.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
So glad you're here.
Yes, very excited to have you here.
Cassie, you may now fangirl.
Can I? Oh my god. So when I first started following Kelsey for Unredacted, and I was paying to be a Patreon and stuff like that, and he's like, hey, I'm going to do some casting for Amani Ram, which I had been threatening to hit him with a bat to do in the first place.
Yeah, it was
and
your idea that I even did that.
Yes, and I was helping, I was like listening to you doing some casting choices, and I remember casting for people, and God, you're good.
Oh,
Jesus,
thank you.
Mary and Joseph, you're good at what you do.
I so appreciate that. That was so much fun to do.
Gosh, it's amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing.
Thank
Amazing.
you. The way that it all turned out
over.
sounded so good.
Shut up. Nolan's jealous that I can fangirl better than he can. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
It was really fun.
So I went through, and just real quick, I know we talked a little bit earlier, but can you tell us, Amanda, if somebody wants to go and see, like, what has Amanda McKnight been in, where can they go to find that?
Yeah, so the best place to find any of my work is my website, which is amandamcknightvo.com. On there, you can find my voice acting resume, which is digital and has clickable links to everything I've worked on. And also it has my YouTube channel on there, which has a playlist with all of my, like, anything I've been in, it's on that playlist. So my website is the best hub to find everything.
Nice.
And we'll put a link to your website and to the YouTube playlist in the show notes. I'm going to go through some of the ones that I saw. Fallout, New Mexico.
That is this absolutely ridiculous Fallout mod that's being made. It's basically like a whole new game on its own. And I play one of the companion characters, Amaya, and I know that it's still like in production, but it's so cool to see people just basically make new Fallout on their own, and to even get to be a part of something like that. It's so cool. So it looks amazing. I can't recommend the trailer enough.
And you're a big gamer too, aren't you?
Yep. That's pretty much, if I'm not working or like doing anything that I have to do, I'm playing games. So I have a Mass Effect tattoo. I'm like I'm a huge gamer since I was teeny tiny. So.
And then another one that I saw was the Veil Riders. You played Helena in the Veil Riders.
Yeah.
And then immediately after the Veil Riders in the playlist, I think, comes 15 episodes of SCP Unredacted.
Yeah. I'm very grateful that I've gotten to be in so many different episodes for you, because you've given me so many like interesting characters to work with and to expand, kind of put me out of my comfort zone of, you know, not doing my own voice as much and trying new things and all kinds of interesting. There's nothing quite like the SCP universe to make weird sounds come out of your mouth. So I'm grateful for that.
That's what she said.
God damn it, Cassie.
I'll take
So
it.
if you guys that are watching or listening to the show want to check out Amanda in SCP content, you can go to SCP Unredacted. She played I don't think she ever really got a name in the Mother of Miseries. In that episode,
mother.
I think she was just the mother. Maggie, the satellite in Grigory Karpin's article that falls in love obsessively with Joel Osteen.
Yes.
I listened to that one. I had to go back and listen to it because it's just great.
I love her so much. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'll have to listen to that one. I don't think I've heard that one yet.
She's iconic.
Yeah, it's really well written, and you played that so so legally blonde. It was really it was a work of art.
It's very good.
I'm from California, so I'm able to pull the Valley Girl out really easily if I want to.
Just tapped into
Valley
your
Girl
roots.
in one back pocket at all times.
It's in there.
The Weaver from Terminal Loom. Doctor as a Party in SCP-6836, The Whole of Our Obligations. You rattled off the techno babble so fast I could barely keep up with it in editing. It was amazing.
I
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I remember reading a comment of someone that thought she was annoying, and I was really pleased by that. I was like, good.
Yes.
That's exactly what I wanted.
All right.
Yep.
Good job.
Yep,
Good going, me.
And then Preserver.
I've listened to it so many times, I can hear you in my head as Preserver at all times. If I think about it, it's there. It is iconic.
Right. Well, thank you. Yeah, and it sounds so, the way it sounds is so much better in all the effects that were put afterwards. So amazing work making her as she is.
Thank you. Yeah, Preserver was the story, really. If you break down Omni Rom, Preserver, maybe not the story, but definitely the keeper of the story.
Yeah.
In that one. Yeah. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be like, you know how kids want to be firemen and astronauts. I wanted to be a radio DJ when I was a kid. And I got that opportunity like when I was 18 or 19 years old to actually go be one. And I realized that the money was absolute fucking trash. And so I went to do I went and got a grown-up job and kind of came back around to audio when I could afford to do it. How did you get into voice acting? What brought you to it?
It's something that I've wanted to do, like you, as long as I can remember. Like when I vividly recall when I was little, they had a behind the scenes featurette of The Jungle Book, which is my favorite Disney movie. And I would watch it, just them doing the voices over and over again. I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. And my family, there's a lot of like singers in my family. So like vocal stuff was very big in my house growing up. A lot of singers, a lot of like nice speaking voices and stuff. And I just knew I wanted to do that. And I had kind of done like music on my YouTube channel and stuff kind of casually. But a couple of years ago, my husband got me a really nice microphone as a Christmas gift and was like, I really want you to, have this for the things that you're doing. And I decided to start doing auditioning on Casting Call Club, which I think is where most of the like voice actors in the internet age start out. And I just auditioned like mad on there. I had like 200 auditions in like a month, and it's sort of just like you get experience and you do lots of free projects, and then eventually someone might recommend you to somebody, and then it just kind of grows from there. So it's sort of like, I've had people ask me that before, like, how do you start? And I'm like, just audition, find any free project and just put it out there. You'll never know unless you start. So
and sit behind that microphone and talk until you're sick of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then do it some more. Suck down the lemon juice and keep going. You ready to play some games?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Sweet.
Are we ready for Don't Blink? Okay, guys. Kelsey will roll his dingle bump for an investigation check. And then Amanda will get a 0.5 multiplier on your roll. And that's how long you have to view the image. Then you have 10 seconds to describe the image for the listeners the best you can. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to start shaking this thing. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Oh, good number. I got to do math now. That's 6.5. 6.5.
I gotta do the simplest math in the universe now. Oh no.
I couldn't. I'm not good at math. I can't do math.
I wasn't prepared to go mathing today. Okay, first one is...
Okay, yes, I see.
All right, there's your 6.5.
Okay, so it was outdoors, blue and black colors, a castle, statues, some sort of like mountainous area, and lots of buildings, skyline, but ancient looking. And yeah, mainly like a teal, blue, and black for the coloring, really nothing else in between. Dark, moody, and no people or anything, just the buildings and just the statues. Some of the statues were of people and some were not.
Okay. I think we forgot to tell you that you only have 10 seconds to describe it.
I was just waiting for someone to tell me to stop. So
I'll listen to her talk all day. Joe, no, we're fine. Everything is fine. Okay, tell him when to stop.
Stop.
I think you got the highest roll I've ever rolled.
Yeah, no.
19.
Killing it.
Yeah, that's
okay,
it
I can
right
see your
there.
screen now.
Okay, perfect. 9.5.
That's a long time. God. Nobody's ever been able to look at a picture that long before.
Okay, so I saw two women standing in the snow outside. They were holding hands. One of them had dark hair and one of them had light hair. The they were standing in front of a skeleton that was hung up like on a pike and burning, and there were trees in the background and they were covered in snow. Very like solid colors, not a lot of gradients or anything like that. And they appeared to be young, like children.
All right.
Is that 10
And for the
seconds?
last one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Say
stop.
when. There
Ooh.
we go.
All right, that's more like it.
All right. Yeah. Tell
Fucking
me.
cheating
when-
going on over here.
Tell me when you can see it.
Jesus Christ.
I can see it.
Let's not zoom in.
So it looked like some sort of an animatronic type thing with wires coming out everywhere, a skeleton-like face but made of metal. Everything was made of metal except for the wires coming out of its arms and legs. They looked like they were made of copper. That was in like a warehouse type building with cement walls and some sort of writing on the back wall, a symbol that kind of looked like a first aid symbol. on the back.
Damn, nailed it.
There's cheating. There's tomfoolery afoot.
Yeah, I think so. So this one is Jade by, who was that by? Valdivia. Yep. And so the thing about Jade is the sequel to Amini Ram.
Oh my god, I had a feeling it was gonna be connected to that in some way. The
Yeah.
vibe is the same. I love it. It's beautiful.
It's a gorgeous picture.
Okay, and then the second one,
That's cool.
this is SCP-3998 by Olicus.
Wicker Witch
Um,
Lives.
Is that what that is? The Wicker Witch Lives?
Yeah, Fantem wrote this.
Oh. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
really
cool.
good one. It's essential like TLDR. Essentially, two lesbians get their revenge on the abusive husband of one of them, and he just
Yep.
fucking burns forever.
It's
Like even when he's just a
amazing.
charred skeleton.
We love to see it.
Yes, we do. It's so good.
Oh, I'm
as
so
soon
here
as
for
you
that.
said Fantem,
So
I'm
here
like, oh,
for that.
well, that
Yeah.
makes so much sense. Of course it is. It's perfect. Fantem knows what lies in all of our hearts.
Yeah, because the whole thing is like the anomaly is like this charred skeleton that they find, and then they come across like the story that's like the background behind it, and they just the white police here, who is like charged by and I was arguing with the and it's like they got to make her
Spoilers.
survive. I'm gonna spoil. Make her survive, and got revenge on the
I
husband.
did hear TLDR.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
got revenge on
Yeah.
the husband.
As-
So
Nolan's
the courts,
favorite thing to do is to
Yeah.
ruin twists for people.
yeah. But yeah, the charred skeleton that the Foundation
and nothing
finds.
can stop him.
Yeah,
No,
that
nothing.
finds in the,
Nolan.
that they find under custody
Nolan.
is the husband.
Nolan!
And it makes sense because the anomaly is that it affects domestic abusers because they go like fucking on fire.
Yes.
You know, I'm getting serious. Earl had to die. Vibes from this.
Oh
I was
my
just
god,
gonna say
yes!
that. Oh my god.
Oh shit,
That
yes!
was the next words out of my mouth.
Oh man. Yep, absolutely. You need to send a message to Fantem later and be like, so we were discussing one of your
Yeah.
stories. And I want to know if you've heard this
SCP
song.
Dixie Chicks. Who knew?
Okay, and the last one is this guy.
Very FNAF was a good
like him.
point. I never
Yeah, I like him.
pegged him as very FNAF-like, but I've mostly seen other pictures of this creature, but this one, of course, you as a gamer saw that. Nolan, you want to spoil this one?
Yeah, there's no really spoiling this one.
I mean, you don't know.
This one is an interpretation of SCP-173
Yeah.
sculpture, because
The original SCP.
of that statue
The
that like
reason we're all
only
here.
moves that like only moves when you're not looking at it and breaks your neck whenever it gets close to you.
Yeah. So the kind of the story was
Cool.
the original image of 173 was the only image on the SCP Wiki that wasn't Creative Commons. That was a copyrighted image, but the artist allowed it to remain up as long as nobody used its likeness in other artwork and stuff.
And people did 100% of the
And
time.
so the artist
books,
said, "Okay,
toys.
I'm not letting you use this anymore." And because this was the original SCP, it's got a place in SCP history. There was a call for artists to reimagine and reinterpret the image, and this was one of the submissions for the SCP. And did Volgan's image win? Was that the one that went in there?
I don't think it was. I did like Volgan's interpretation of it, of just very simplistic, statuesque. Didn't really have any limbs, but had like a little thing on where its face would be, and that an actual hand would come out of it and actually kill the person.
But I think this, if this one won, if this was the current canon image of SCP-173, I would not be upset about that, because that, if you read the article and you've never seen Peanut, I could imagine this being that.
I've seen quite a lot of good. I really like that, but I haven't seen one I haven't liked. They're all fantastic for what's going on, and reading something and going, oh, it's made of this, it looks like this, and then you think of what you think it looks like, and I think of what I think it looked like. They're completely different things, but it's still made of concrete, got
works.
rebar, got a fucking weird ass face, leaves shit literally everywhere. We're always gonna picture different things, but it's all the same creature. And I really like that so much art has come out of this one thing. It's fantastic.
Now let's do 2 truths and 1 lie. Last week, Yasi Posse gave their 2 truths and a lie of 1. Yasi uses a Dvorak rather than a QWERTY keyboard. It's kind of weird. 2, he cannot sleep unless there's absolutely no light in a room. Or 3, a doll hangs from the ceiling as a permanent feature in his home.
I know I missed it, but I think he absolutely needs the light on at all times. I think he's a big scaredy baby face. Nolan thinks it's a doll. You have it written down. You think it's a light. You.
So you and me. You and me. Yeah.
And Nolan thinks that the doll is a lie. All right, Amanda, what do you think is the lie?
I agree with you guys. I think I'm on a short delay for some reason.
Oh no, it's fine.
So you're going with this on the light, Amanda?
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you guys. That rings true to me.
Okay. Well, I got his answer just about 15 minutes ago, and
anything on socials or anything like that?
No, we're fucking losers and nobody responds to
all
our
right,
social media posts.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
no one
fair.
likes us except Amanda. Got it.
The lie was that he uses a Dvorak keyboard.
What an asshole.
None of us got it right.
No, it's too specific. Good. He got it. Good. He did the game. Okay.
Yep. So Amanda, do you have any lies that you'd like to tell us?
Do I have any lies that I'd like to tell you? Just outright?
Yeah, for our
Yeah,
your
you
2
should
truths
have
and a
brought
lie.
at least possibly one.
So I have been to Disneyland over 300 times. I was on a Nickelodeon show when I was a kid, and I had a pet python growing up.
I believe the Nickelodeon show.
I can believe that, yeah. I personally think the Disneyland one is probably the lie, because...
Do you think she's exaggerating or understating?
Okay, here's the thing. I don't think she's lying about having been to Disneyland. I just don't think that she's been there 300 times, because, look, even if you grew up a Disney kid, nobody loves Disneyland that fucking much.
I mean, if she was an actor in Disneyland, maybe.
That... Okay, I didn't think
Didn't
of that.
say as a fan. Doesn't say paid to get into. I mean, we could be picking up trash, and technically I could go to Disneyland 300 times.
All right, my guess is the Python is the lie, because Nickelodeon show as a kid, I believe that. Here's where I'm coming from. Right now, you're living your dream as a voice actor, and the reason you wanted to live that dream was because of your favorite Disney movie behind the scenes. You grew up in California. You have absolutely been to Disneyland over 300 times. Absolutely. And then growing up in California, being on a Nickelodeon show, that's not that far of a stretch. You didn't have a pet python when you were growing up. That's my guess.
I don't know. I don't know about this one. I'm stumped.
But, yeah.
I've now also convinced myself that Amanda McKnight is a part-time trash cleaner at Disneyland.
Got me.
I have really just convinced myself with my own heart command.
I kind of
Gotta pay the
Either
bills
that
somehow.
or Ariel.
I feel that, and I feel that I really do.
A Nickelodeon show, though, I don't know how old you are for Nickelodeon shows, because Nickelodeon shows when we were growing up were very different things. So I'm like, am I picturing you being slimed? Or I don't know.
The dream, wasn't it?
I don't know. Right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be a contestant or on the show to be on a Nickelodeon show. You could have been in the audience for Secrets of the Hidden Temple.
I don't fucking know.
That's a deep cut.
Python's too easy. I can't pick Python. Yeah, I can't pick Python just because I'm afraid of the truth.
Because my life is a terrifying concept. I don't blame
you. You can't handle the truth, Nolan.
Oh, so I picked Python, Nolan picked Disneyland, and Cassie, what was your pick?
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'll have something next time we are back here on our weekly show.
Yeah, definitely a weekly thing.
We'll reach out. We'll reach out in 2 weeks. Like we're gonna be in complete and utter mystery for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
I will not.
Don't tell your Twitter followers. Don't tell anybody. Don't put it on your profile on your webpage where only the people who go looking for you might find. Oh my god! What's that? I don't know.
It says right on there, Pet Python.
It says it right there. 800 times? Wow. That's a lot. That's a you live in the garbage can type of
that
scenario.
That part is true, yes. Live
Right?
from my garbage can.
Live from...
I'm just a possum trying to do my best, okay?
Yes, you're just an
Yeah.
opossum wearing people clothes. Just 3 opossums in a trench
Little
coat.
millennial rat trying to do my best.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, I appreciate the guesses. I'm glad I stumped you a little bit. I thought about those for weeks.
Yeah.
It was agonizing.
Oh, if only all of our guests had your dedication.
It's weird to have to think about yourself. I don't like it. It's like, what have I ever done in my life?
What have I ever done ever?
What have I ever done that is worthwhile?
Yeah,
I have to be introspective and think about myself.
Not a fan. That's where the horrors come from. I don't want that.
Yeah.
You got the wigglies.
It's like going and sitting in the closet for 3 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah, right? This is why I talk such shit about Nolan. It's because I don't want to think about shit about myself.
That's reasonable.
No, sir. Think about Nolan all day. Yeah, I'm an asshole, right? But not me.
I don't think I like that.
I think you do.
Maybe a little bit. Just like a little
No. No, it's not. No, look. Listen.
It's nice to be thought about now.
Listen,
and then.
it's Now, it's nice. It is nice to be thought about, but not by Cassie. Okay. I have only glimpsed.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
I have only glimpsed of what goes on in the recesses of her mind, and it is terrifying.
A dark and dangerous place.
And Nolan knows I keep him in the deepest, darkest corner.
As one does. I get that.
There might be snakes in there.
Nobody keeps baby in the corner.
Say the words, Nolan.
Say the word.
Trying to. We'll drop that on our socials. Leave us a comment and tell us what you think, and we'll find out the answer next week.
Do we have mail, Cassie?
Nope. Not a single thing. Nobody likes us.
Nobody ever sends us mail.
It sounds like shit.
Yeah.
Did we get mail like once?
Twice, and it was from the same guy.
Yes. Love him.
Yeah, then he stopped.
He should be a guest.
I think we pissed him off because we made fun of his name.
No!
The only person who ever sent us mail, and we made fun of him on the show, and now we never get mail.
If you're listening to this, we miss you.
We miss you.
Come back, our only friend.
You don't even have to send us. You don't even have to send us an email. Just like send us a postcard or something. Let us know that you still
Blank postcard.
It says Arizona postcard at Kelsey's house. We're like, what the fuck is this? Oh my god.
We'll admit it here.
We miss you, Ficus.
And that's all we have for this week. Thank you all so much for joining us. Remember, patrons like Oni Mask Productions get more content at patreon.com/scpweekly. It's totally worth $2, and your support helps us keep the lights on. SCP Weekly is written by Davis, XHawk77X Collins, and Montague, etc. This week's Slowgramming was Here But Not Here. Find it at soundcloud.com/slowgramming. Intro and outro music was Beyond Elysium by Wellness. The Deepwell was SCP-103.
Rip!
By Tuned to a Dead Channel and performed by SiriusBacon. Thanks to Amanda McKnight for lying to us. Thanks to our sponsor, Dado's Shark Inbox. SCP Weekly is distributed by Smooth Cadence Productions. SCP Weekly is not affiliated with the SCP Foundation Wiki, and as such, the opinions presented in this program are our own and do not necessarily reflect those of the Wiki or its staff.
Music is provided by Epidemic Sound.
God, it's so good. What the fuck?
So good.
Get off my show. Wow. Okay. Unnecessary.
Content relating to the SCP Foundation, including the SCP Foundation logo, is licensed under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0. And all concepts originate from the SCP Wiki and its authors. This recording, being derived from this content, is also released under CC by SA 3.0. Until next time, I'm Kelsey.
I'm Cassie.
And I'm Nolan. The K is silent. And this has been SCP Weekly.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, Amanda, this officially ends the official part of the show. You can hang out with us if you want. If you got places to be, beds to go sleep in, or whatever, you can go, you can stay.
Beds.
We usually hang out.
This one's too hard. This one's too soft. This one's just right. What the beds?
You know that video of the three bears that going around that's like, somebody touching my spaghetti. That's what I think of every time.
That's actually from something. I just thought that was like a weird meme.
Nope, that's a real thing, I'm afraid. I'm very I have a chronic internet brain, I'm sorry.
My brain's like that with music.
That's fair.
Mine's movie quotes.
Yeah, movies, music, video games, and then there's Nolan.
Amanda, have you seen Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
I can't say I have.
God damn it! You people and your no taste. Oh my god. That's
I'm not going to talk about it now, but
unfortunate. When are we gotta? So yeah, we have to schedule a movie night.
we do.
When
Is
I
it
am,
going to be Kung Pao?
it has to be. I
Okay.
told you I am free 9 p.m. Eastern every night of the week. You two figure out a when, and I will be there. Amanda, you can come if you would like to.
Thank you.
I guess.
Well, I think I am gonna have to go because I do have to go to my job in the morning. So, thank you guys so much.
Same, actually. Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
Have fun at your job in the morning.
Thank
you for everything.
So nice to meet you
Good
guys.
job picking up trash in Disneyland.
I'm gonna get back to my trash. Thank you. Take care, you guys.
Thank you for everything.
Bye.
Bye. You too.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Elysium descend upon her palace paradise. Elysium, the fields await you. Enter the afterlife. Everybody goes in blind to dwell in shadows, hunted in the night, taken to the gallows. If you find yourself alone, do not be troubled. You are in Elysium. Do you dare to fall? To fall. Elysium descend upon her palace paradise. Elysium, the fields await you. Enter the afterlife. Elysium descend upon her palace paradise. Elysium, the fields await you to the Elysium, transcend beyond her promise of paradise. Elysium, exposed and hollow. This is your one true
Sup?
So
So
while I was
how
having,
about-
so so what happened? I spoiled for you again.
Oh my god, you're the worst! You're so bad at that. I always want to strangle you. I always have to
Just tell me what you
stop
want.
you.
Just tell me what you haven't fully seen yet. So then I'll spoil it.
So. Oh, god damn it! I forgot what the proper question is for it to set you up for it. But so in Lost, are they dead? Is Rosebud the name of his dog? Nolan's spoiling things for me.
Oh my god.
Cassie asked
do
me
that.
what the ending of Lost was.
Are they dead? No,
Oh, you can't
right?
spoil that because nobody fucking knows.
I know.
That just reminded
They tell you in
me.
the show, Kelsey. They literally tell you.
That reminded me
Love
of
that
like
show so much.
like a fucking scene from a Harry Potter musical of just like Harry talking to Dumbledore when he's having that dream, and he's just like, hey, wait, Dumbledore, since you're dead now, you're like omniscient, right? You could see like past, present, future all at once. Oh yeah. Can you tell me how Lost ends?
That's one of my comfort shows, is Lost.
Yeah.
I love that fucking show so much. It is on continuous repeat with like 6 other shows.
Okay, how
far.
different is the accent from Illinois to Utah?
When I say this is my normal voice, I mean this is my normal voice. This is the accent I've always spoken in.
I'm just asking. Like, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
is the
okay, so-
accent in Illinois? Because well, now
Not
so I
you,
know
other
when you
people,
get
then.
up into like Chicago, there is an accent.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when you get to Chicago, it's like you definitely do hear the accent.
Yeah.
Rest of the state, it's mainly just like, just like this, really.
Just normal middle America, everyone
Yeah.
can understand it sort of thing.
Like,
Yeah, just normal human speak.
I know how to navigate the city, but I also know how to drift around cornfields.
I believe you.
Mm. Yeah,
I can
Illinois
see-
is.
I could see you in a tractor.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, from East St. Louis to Springfield to Chicago, that is the main places anybody exists in Illinois. Besides like a few little small towns, everything in between is just fields. It's just fucking plains.
It is.
And
There's
corn.
just driving through fucking nothing for 10 hours between
Yeah.
here and Virginia. Between St. Louis and Richmond, Virginia, it's just 10 hours of nothing but empty fields, and then suddenly mountains.
Yeah.
Suddenly mountains.
I did the drive across. I can't remember where I was going. I came from Cleveland, and I had to drive across Ohio, Illinois, and Indiana. And I was like the most exciting thing about that drive was the big Jesus in Terre Haute.
I've seen the Jesus, I think.
You know,
or
the
no,
Terre
there are
Haute
probably
Jesus?
more than just one. I have definitely seen some
Or
giant
is it just a
fucking
giant
Jesuses.
cross?
I've
I can't
seen
I think
remember.
it's a
giant
giant
crosses.
cross.
I think
I
it's a
remember
cross.
seeing that there was a giant cross.
But I was like that drive. I'm just driving across. Like, wow, that's big. Corn.
Yeah, no, there are some absurd monuments between this place and like a major city. It's the Midwest is weird.
No, there's a reason for it. Like, they're out there and they get so fucking bored. They're like, "What do you want to do, John?
Oh, we're gonna do
Let's build some big shit."
let's build a fucking a transformer-sized cross,
Yeah, let's do that. Sounds like a fucking great idea. I gotta
right?
get out of the house. I'm gonna fucking kill myself if I gotta spend 5 more minutes in here with my wife. I gotta fucking go.
Oh my god.
Martha, we're heading out. What are you gonna do? We're gonna go build a giant fucking cross on the backside of Phillips cornfield that you can see from the highway.
Cassie just made me think of like, what if the Bible, but everyone is Transformers?
Optimus Prime Jesus.
Just Jesus being crucified on the cross, suddenly it all transforms into like a giant fucking something, I don't know.
Disciples, roll out.
Disciplecons.
Did you guys both listen to A Date with Kyle Rock?
I did.
It's amazing.
I
It's
love
good,
it.
isn't it?
I
It's
love
so
it.
good. Fucking loved it.
We need to have many more just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
Yep.
more are coming. Yeah, I
Yep.
enjoy doing that.
It was a lot of fun. Are you Karak?
I am.
Nice.
Karak.
Yeah. Hey, that was a new suit.
No. Yeah, you gotta like try to put emphasis on in the name.
Kyle Rock.
Karak.
I ad-libbed that when she said his name wrong, and I was like, Karak.
Karak. Your name's Karak.
Karak.
Call him Carrick.
Carrick, yeah.
Hello, Carrick. What do you like to do? Karak.
It's Karak.
So good.
Don't disrespect my heritage.